In my previous video on user-defined functions, we learned how to define the custom functions in Scilab. In this video, we'll use the custom function to compute the Legendre polynomials, and later we'll plot these polynomials. We'll plot multiple curves in the same graphics window with appropriate legends. Secondly, we'll plot the various polynomials separately in the sub-windows. Let's get started with one of the application of the user-defined functions. So this is the mathematical expression for the Legendre polynomial, and we have to write down the function for this polynomial. We are starting with the keyword function, and then over here we have to pass two input parameters n and x, because the value of the Legendre polynomial depends upon the order of the polynomial and the values of x. Over here in this mathematical expression, we see that we have to evaluate the summation. In order to evaluate the summation, we have to do three things. First thing is that we have to initialize the sum. Second thing is that we have to use the for loop. And third thing is that we have to use this statement, sum is equal to sum plus whatever we have in this function. So these three things we have to do. And then one more thing we have to focus on is the values that m can take. So m can take the values from 0 to k. And over here k is n by 2 if n is even, and it is equal to n minus 1 by 2 if n is odd. So we have to see whether this program works for both the values of n, whether it is even or odd. So let us see if we take the value of n as 4. So if n is 4, then k should be equal to 2. Over here, if n is 4, then m will run from 0 to 2. So this is satisfied. Secondly, if we take n as 5, then k should be equal to your 5 minus 1 by 2. So it should be again 2. So let us look at this program. If n is odd, say 5 over here, then in that case this will be 0 to 5 by 2, which is 2.5. But again this loop will run from 0 to 2 because m can take only the integer values. Over here in the expression, this is the same mathematical expression which we have over here. There is no difference. But we are using one inbuilt function over here, the factorial. So we can use this inbuilt function. So whenever we have to compute the factorial, we can use this function. So this function will compute the value of the Legendre polynomial depending upon what is the value of n and what is the value of x. So let us check whether this function is working or not. So for that, what we have to do is we have to test for different values of n and x. So let us try with, say, n equal to 0 and x equal to 0. So the value of Legendre polynomial should be returned as 1. So let me display. I have to call the function using the name which I have used over here. So I will be calling the function with the name p. So let us execute it and see what do we get. So we get one value because p naught x is 1. Now if n is 0, then whatever is the value of x, we should get the value of the Legendre polynomial as 1. So again we are getting 1. If I change this x value again we are getting 1. Now change the value of n, say change it to 1 and change x to minus 1. Now we know that p1x is equal to x, so the answer should be minus 1 and we are getting minus 1. And if I change it to say plus 1, we are getting the correct value. Now let us try when x is passed as a vector. So if I pass x, x now becomes vector and it will take the values -1, 0 and 1. So if n is 1, the value of the Legendre polynomial should be equal to x and we are getting -1, 0 and 1. So let us try with n equal to 0. We should get all 1, so we are getting 1. So we can pass either the scalar or the vector into the function which we have defined over here. But one thing we have to remember over here, if we are passing vector over here, we have to use x dot. If we don't use the dot operator over here and we pass the vector over here, then there will be an error. Let us try. So we see that we are getting a warning. This warning is coming because we are passing a vector x, but we are not using the dot operator. So if I put the dot operator over here and execute it again, so we see that the warning which we were getting previously has been removed. So we have checked our function, it is working fine, giving us the correct values of the Legendre polynomial for different values of n as well as for different value of x. Now let us plot the Legendre polynomials. So in order to plot the Legendre polynomials, first 6 Legendre polynomials for the values of x lying between -1 and 1, I am using this for loop, and within this for loop I am just putting the statement plot 2D over here. So let us execute and see what do we get. So we see that we are able to get the plot of 6 Legendre polynomials. If you wish to increase or decrease the number of plots, then the only thing which you have to do over here is change the value of n. So if I change the value of n over here, we'll see that now we are getting 5 plots over here. Now we'll see how the legends can be given. So if I use this command over here and execute it, so we see that we are getting the legends over here. Since I am plotting 5 curves, so I am getting the 5 legends over here. Now let us see how we can plot the graphs in sub-windows. For that we have to use the subplot command and we have to make a small change over here in the program and we'll get the subplots. So if I add this command and I just remove this and on execution, we see that we get the subplots. Over here we can see only 5 subplots. Why 5 subplots? Because I gave the value of n running from 0 to 4. If I change it to 5, then we'll get 6 subplots.